This is everything we know so far about Chapter 6, Season 4, Shock and Awesome. Do note, please, that this video is being recorded on the morning of August 5th, and you guys will be watching it on the 6th. So if we get any updates after this video goes live, I'll be sure to leave a pinned comment with those updates. Throughout this video, I will be using various information from Twitter accounts like Hypeax and other prominent Fortnite leakers, so be sure to give them a follow on Twitter. And of course, this video will include some spoilers for the next season, so here's your fair warning now. But with all that being said, let's get into everything we know so far about next season. Alright, so let's begin with the basics, right? Of course, we know this season will be called Shock and Awesome and themed around defending the islands from a bug and insect invasion. These bugs have been slowly arriving on the map by the, dead Kraken tentacle from the Showdown live event, and we believe those are the bugs that will eventually end up taking over the map, or at least the ones we'll have to fend off. We've actually known what these bugs will look like for some time now, but recently we've gotten some, updated photos. They honestly look terrifying, right? Like, they look pretty scary and absolutely massive, so I do wonder if we'll have the opportunity to ride them as like flying vehicles, or if they'll strictly be fighting against us. Speaking of flying though, we do know that Mark Rain, the co-founder and vice president of Epic Games, he tweets one word before every single Fortnite season before it launches that describes that season. So his word for last season, Chapter 6, Season 3, was S tier, and obviously we now know that that was in reference to the hero ranks. His word for Chapter 6, Season 4 is orbital, which to me reinforces the idea that something this season will have to do with flying, space, planets, something along those lines. And this honestly wouldn't be a surprise, right? Because the last time we had an invasion season was obviously space-themed and alien-themed in Chapter 2, Season 7. So I wonder if somehow they may try and tie those two seasons together. It might be a little bit of a reach, but that's it for the basics. Now let's start to get into the nitty-gritty. Let's begin with the new weapons we know are coming to the game next season, right? Over the last few days, we've gotten some teasers revolving around new weapons that will be featured in Chapter 6, Season 4. The first teaser was for the brand new Swarm Strike rocket launcher. This launcher looks absolutely unbelievable, and we actually do know some stats of this weapon, believe it or not. The range will be 200 meters, which is actually unreal, but I'm just assuming that's going to be, right, like as far as the rocket can travel, but the weapon won't be effective at that range, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, if we had a launcher that was shooting 7 missiles at one time that was effective at 200 meters, we'd have a problem. It looks exactly like a quad launcher, and honestly, I'm just kind of expecting it to be a stronger version of that. It will have a reload time of 2.4 seconds, which I don't know about you guys, but that seems ridiculously fast for a launcher that shoots what looks like 7 rockets at one time, like I just said. To put that into consideration, that's roughly the amount of time it takes to reload a bolt-action sniper. I also wonder if it'll actually use 7 rockets from your inventory, or if it'll shoot multiple. Obviously, it looks like 7, but only use 1 rocket from your inventory, right? We know they kind of did that with the quad launcher versus the burst quad launcher. The burst quad launcher, you press the trigger once, it releases 2 rockets, but only uses 1 of your rocket ammo. They could do something like that. If it uses 7 rockets at one point, well, you can only hold 13, so maybe that's their way of balancing this weapon if the damage is out of this world. It also looks to have some type of scope and potentially a laser or what looks like a tracking system. If this thing has homing missiles that are able to lock on, I don't know how they're going to balance this thing. But regardless, I'm super excited for the Swarm Strike launcher. It feels like we haven't seen a brand new rocket launcher in a long time. What? It was the Shockwave RPG just a season ago. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this one turns out. We also know about an additional 3 weapons, one of which looks to be a minigun with 12 barrels, guys. I mean, this thing looks absolutely insane. It's been like 7 years since we've seen a brand new minigun, one with a new weapon model, so I'm really interested to see how this thing turns out. I'm very nervous. It's going to be absolutely broken and overpowered, but that's what they tend to do in the beginning of seasons, and then over the next couple weeks, they nerf them down. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see, guys, if this weapon on launch is absolutely busted. Next, we've got a photo of an assault rifle, which crucially has a scope, right? And so it looks like one season without a scoped assault rifle was enough time for Epic Games to say, all right, let's bring them back, right? Because this is essentially confirmation that we will be receiving a scoped assault rifle back in the meta. We also see from a promotional photo a Halo Spartan holding a shotgun in the teaser trailer, which to me looks eerily similar to a Sentinel, but the other Spartan in the photo is holding the new assault rifle, so I'm assuming this will be a new shotgun. Again, it could just be like a reskinned Sentinel, but I think it's a new shotgun. And yeah, as of now, now, that is all we know for the brand new weapons. Again, if there is any other new stuff that gets leaked, announced by Fortnite after recording this video, I will leave a pinned comment with all those updates because I'm sure that will happen. Alright, let's move on to the Battle Pass, because surprisingly, we actually almost know what the entire Battle Pass for this season is going to look like. We know this guy, his name is Oxer or OXR, I don't know how they're going to say that, but Fortnite themselves actually tweeted this guy out. We also know what our meme skin is. It's going to be this panda looking dude. I mean, I think he looks sick, I'm not going to lie. We also see this girl, kind of a plain looking skin, but I don't know, I think she looks decent. I could see her being a tier 1 skin. We also know that the Power Rangers will be in this Battle Pass. This has been confirmed by Fortnite themselves and multiple leakers, and I believe a Power Ranger will be the tier 100 skin for this season. That has been leaked, but this is not the only collaboration that will be in this season's Battle Pass, because we also know that the Halo Spartans will be included in this Battle Pass, right? So there's normally 8 skins in a Battle Pass, and we already know minimum 5, right? And so if they add, let's say, 2 Power Rangers, where they want to double up on the Halo Spartans, that means we might already know the entire Battle Pass for this season, which is kind of insane, to be honest with you. But yeah, that is essentially every single Battle Pass skin that we know of so far. So let's move into something a little bit more gameplay related. How about the map changes? So unfortunately, in terms of the map, we don't know a ton yet, but we definitely have some information as to what new locations will and could look like and where they will be located, physically on the map. We have a look at this new POI, which looks like a bug's nest or ant holes or something. It actually kind of reminds me of Ant-Man's unnamed location from Chapter 2, Season 4, where it looks like it's supposed to be miniature, but it's actually blown up to human size. This location is rumored to replace Brutal boxcars, which wouldn't surprise me. That location has been there since day 1 of Chapter 6, so might be time for a new change. We also have, albeit a very low resolution photo as it comes from the Swarm Strike trailer, and it's something that looks like a giant fortress. It actually kind of reminded me of Doom's Castle from Chapter 5, Season 4 when I saw it. Again, this shouldn't be surprising considering that this is an invasion themed season, so maybe it is the, opposition powers structure. It's their castle, it's their home base or something, and you can go loot it. What I will say is that is basically all we know that is confirmed, but I would expect a ton of map changes, right? In Chapter 6, Season 3, we didn't get a lot of, physical map changes. Like Supernova Academy and Utopia City were basically just regular locations that could have been added at the beginning of Chapter 6, right? There was no huge biome change besides Demon's Domain, right? That was the big change. So I would expect them to go very big with the map changes here. In fact, it actually seems like we could be seeing the middle, top right, and bottom left of the map changing, given what we've seen from prominent Fortnite leakers and screenshots. Alright, and I wanted to end the video off here just talking about some more miscellaneous things that didn't really fit into, any neat categories. Firstly, we've got what looks to be a brand new Season 4 faction. It says OXR on it, which we know is actually the skin that Fortnite tweeted out themselves, so obviously this dude is going to have a significant part in the Chapter 6 Season 4 storyline. And unfortunately, guys, I've got to drop some bad news. Fortnite themselves tweeted hinting about something bad that will happen to Sprite. Of course, this could just be bait by them and, sprites might take a new form into something else, but honestly, there's a good chance that sprites may be gone for next season. Fortnite themselves literally made a tweet saying, post your best sprite clips here because, they might be gone soon. We can also see there's a 01 in one of the teasers, so we will be getting many, many more soon, and I will be sure to keep you guys updated when we do on my Twitter, of course, at TYFRYZ, but also in the pinned comments of this video. And that's it, guys. That is everything we know so far about Chapter 6, Season 4, Shock and Awesome. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about next season so far. How do you think it's shaping up? Are you excited for this season? I've got to be honest with you guys, every time a new Fortnite season comes out, and we're about this time where we're about 48 hours away, I just get giddy. I feel like a little kid again. New Fortnite seasons are an unbelievable time, and I think this season has potential to be really good. I love Chapter 2, Season 7. It's one of my favorite seasons of all time. So given that this season has a very similar theme to that, I can see myself enjoying this season. But of course, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We haven't even seen any gameplay of this season yet. Remember, this season comes out on August 7th. That is a Thursday. So be sure to use code TYFRYZ in the Fortnite item shop. Get it in that item shop. Lock it in before you buy that battle pass. That would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for all the support recently, and if you want to see more Chapter 6 Season 4 content, be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We're pushing for 100,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you on this journey with me. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, peace.